I want you to ask yourself a question. Why are you so scared of the unknown? Why are you so scared of the mysterious? Why are you so scared of that which you don't understand? This video is more about really to get you to think about the things you might be scared of in terms of that which is hidden, that which is not understood, that which is taboo. See, most of us grew up very religious, have some influence of religious, or we grew up very political. We grew up in some sort of system or social system where we're just, again, as I say many times, we're told what to believe, how to believe it. And and what that lends to is this addiction to certainty, this addiction to always be in the known, to always know what to expect, right? Kids, they're grown up, they're told in middle school, what are you going to be when you grow up? And this is how you're going to get there. Then they get in high school, here's the classes that you need in order to get to that particular college. And everything is starting to push towards a life of certainty so that if you have the right grades and you go to these particular colleges and have this particular career, you're going to have this successful of a life. Religion does very similar things. It tells us, believe this about the universe. This is how reality is. And follow these principles and values and follow these rules, and you will have eternal life. You will have, when you die, this is what life will look like. And if you don't do these things, this is what life will look like. There's a lot of mystery to life. There's a lot of mystery and there's a lot of unknown. Life feels to me a lot of times like the old Guitar Hero game. As it starts to flash on the screens, the notes they come up just before you need to play them, and you're just able to keep up until you can't, and thus you end the game, right? Life's a little bit like that. We have these life stones, these stepping stones of the next thing as we orient ourselves through the life. But we want to see into the future. And there are certain systems in our society that they're there they're there to tell us a story about what it should be. We buy that story. We buy what they are selling because we are so desperate to not face the fear of uncertainty that we buy the illusion of certainty. So what's this all about? I can go down all the rabbit holes of religion, the political systems, our economic systems, the manipulation and marketing to get us to buy and behave a certain way. And all of that's true. And all of that is really centered around this idea: we have the answer. We will provide you a certain part of happiness, feeling of security, a feeling of certainty, but it's all an illusion. And that's great. That's the way it should be. Because when we embrace the unknown, when we embrace mystery, when we embrace paradox, when we embrace things we don't understand, when we embrace possibility, when we embrace the I don't know, when we come to a place where we can honestly say, I don't know, and I'm okay not knowing, we then allow magic to enter our lives. We then allow our soul to truly blossom as it was meant to be. We allow ourselves to actually find our deepest and truest purpose. It's by embracing the unknown that we find life, that the lights start to turn on. The thing is, we think they're supposed to turn on a particular way, and they don't. And either the story works for us and we live our lives in this synthetic story that's been told to us, or we find it doesn't work and we crash and burn. and we come to a crisis of the soul. We come to the dark night of the soul. We come to a place where, then who the hell am I? If this belief system didn't work, if climbing the corporate ladder didn't work and I'm still not happy, then who am I? I did the rules. I followed the path. I did what I was told to do. I did the political thing. I did the religious thing. I did the economic thing. I followed it. Why am I not happy? Why do I not feel fulfilled? Why do I struggle? Why do I not feel complete? Why do I feel disconnected from life? And oftentimes what happens is when the illusion breaks that we've been programmed to believe, we crash, and we crash hard. I did that. I crashed hard. It was very difficult to move through my dark night of the soul, to come to the realization that what I was presented with wasn't entirely true. Many great truths came through the religious background life that I had. Definitely so. But it was packaged in something that wasn't true. It was packaged in a bunch of disillusionment. Now, I moved through it. I moved through the healing. I worked through all of that, and I'll create a video at some point about how to do that. The idea of this is just to inspire, to plant a seed, to encourage you. If you're in this place where the known doesn't feel right, it's because it's an illusion. It's time for change. It no longer serves you. It's time to move forward. But where do we move forward to? We typically move forward into the unknown, into a place of darkness. And all that means is the lights haven't been turned on yet. So I want to encourage you. Most of us want to have magic in our lives. We want to have abundance. We want to have fulfillment. We want to have vitality. We want to have exuberance in how we live our life. And we can have that. But one of the keys to having that is to let go of what we think is certain, to let go of what we think is known, to embrace the unknown, to embrace the uncertainty, to allow the mystery to reveal itself in its time and its place. To let go of expectations, to come home to our hearts, removing the noise that everyone's told us how the world is to be. You are the center of reality because you can only have your own perspective. There is no other perspective you can have. So come home to you. Come home to your own heart. And at first, it's going to be a very quiet and could be a lonely place, a place where you feel isolated. But it's not working already. You already feel isolated to begin with. When you come home, what will happen? While some people may have to leave your life and you have to make these drastic changes, and you may have to retract some things, what happens is you start to find comfort in your own heart. Most people walk through life never finding home, never finding their own soul. They believe in a packaged version that they buy into, and they outsource their own power. They outsource their soul. They outsource everything about who they are. And we don't have to do that. Because inside of us is all we need. Because inside of us is our connection to source, to light, to love, to God, to fulfillment, to vitality, to excitement, to mystery. There's a universe inside of you. It is through that gateway and through that portal that you can access the unknown. You can access the mystery of life. I'm speaking a little bit esoteric, and I'm not having any practical things with this particular message, because this one's about just putting a spark inside of you that speaks against the fear that most of us hold on to, that says we must keep on the train of certainty. It's predictable. You grew up in a certain religion. You follow the rules. This will happen when you die. You make these financial decisions. You get the good job. You climb the corporate ladder. You'll be happy when you retire. But so many people are riddled with anxiety and depression. Why? Because the system, whatever it is, religious, non-religious, political, social, economic, whatever the system is that we're supposed to be, we're supposed to do to be successful, to be happy. Whatever that system is no longer working. These systems, whatever they are, have painted certain pictures. If we follow these rules, we will feel this way at the end. And when we get to that end, we don't feel that way. And all along, we bought into those because we fear one thing, the unknown of our own soul. We fear the mystery of our own being. So this is a call to embrace the unknown, to embrace the mystery, to embrace the whisper inside of you that says there is something else. There is something better. But you're going to have faith. Faith is not in rules. If you're told rules to get to a certain outcome, that's not faith. That's just following a program. Faith is to say, I am an incredible being. I am flawed. I've had my struggles, but there is light and love inside of me. There is purpose and fulfillment inside of me. Faith is to say, I'm going to go into me and find out who I am. Go into that mystery. Find out who you are without all the noise, without all the other people chirping at you. Here's what you're supposed to believe. Here's what you're supposed to do. Your mom and dad, your religious structure, right? Your professors, your school system, your bosses, all the programming on TV and marketing that says, if you get this car, you'll be happy. If you achieve this, you'll be happy. All the social media stuff. You can manifest your best life. Most of us are outsourcing it to a bunch of programming. And the only way to find out who you truly are, find out the mystery of you, is to go inside, is to go into your heart, to find your own soul. In my last video, I talked about how to embrace the sound of silence and find your own quiet. And this is why. So that you know what it is you want, what it is you desire. And right now that's unknown. Right now that's a bit of a shadowy, dark place because we may have to face some fears along the way. That's okay. Your soul will guide you through that. The best way through fear is just to face it. You'll be on the other side of it way quicker than if you resist it. You're still fighting the fear anyway. Do you guys realize that? When you fight fear and you try to avoid it, you're still fighting fear, and it takes longer to figure out that fear than just facing the fear. Because when you face the fear, then you can actually activate your soul, and with that, spirit comes along to help you and help support you as you face your fear. You'll be on the other side way quicker. So this is a call to spark you and a prayer to you that you embrace the unknown, that you embrace mystery so that you can discover the magic of your own soul, the magic of life. Don't get to your deathbed with regret. Don't get to your deathbed going, man, I half-assed it. I outsourced all of my beliefs, outsourced everything, and I still feel, Embrace it. Embrace the mystery. Embrace the unknown. It is the way through. Watch the lights turn on because they're going to be your lights, not somebody else's lights. It's going to be your one runway, not somebody else's. This is your life. This is your life. I want to say that again. This is your life, not anybody else's. This is your life. This is your life. Embrace it. Even if you don't understand it, go into who you are and watch the magic happen.